Hello everyone and welcome to the 8th episode of this Building a Micronation series. We're going to start this episode a little different because I got this comment asking if I could show a little more what the current status is of the micronation. So the good guy I am, here you go. I started with building this border crossing, then this little village over here with the farms around it, 2 other little villages, a little city and the big capital city over here. As you can see, there's still a lot of land we can build on. So definitely keep following this series because we're going to build so much more cool stuff. But for this episode, we're going to focus on this area next to the capital city. As always, I start with laying down some roads. Changing the highway a little bit, placing this intersection over here. And then normally I would spend tons of time deleting all these trees over here because we need some blank space to work again. But under the last episode I got this comment from Bruce telling that I could delete trees way more efficient. So apparently if you turn off snapping over here, you can just delete all trees, like you don't need to select different kinds anymore like I usually did, which saves a ton of time. So if anyone else has one of these cool tips or tricks, please let me know in the comments. But let's start building. I'll place down these roads here already, and what we're going to do is build a giant car industry area. I already placed on this building. I'm going to change the colors a little bit because I didn't like the yellow. I'm going to make it a little more bluish. Looks a little more clean in my opinion. Then I put this cargo train terminal above the vehicle factory and place one of its upgrades next to it. Next to the cargo train terminal, we're going to build a parking space where all the produced cars can park. But when you place these cars via Find It, they will plop down the road, so it's not very handy. But luckily, if you go into the Paradox mods page, you can find this awesome mod created by Zeed, the ETV. And basically what it does is allows you to place all these cars, planes, helicopters, everything you can see in the picture without them disappearing or moving somewhere weird. So now if we place these cars, they don't randomly disappear to the road anymore. You can also easily delete them. I'm going to speed a little bit through this, so enjoy the footage of me building this vehicle factory. so I placed down the first parking lot, but it's still quite empty around here. So what we're going to do at the bottom part of the factory here is place another factory building and then another parking lot next to it. I'm going to recolor this one also so it looks like the other factory building, and then place the parking lot next to it. And because I already built that earlier, I'm not going to show you everything. I just skipped through that build because I already made that other parking lot earlier. I'm not going to show you how I built every single parking lot. It would take too much time. Also, for the workers of the factory needs to be easily reachable, so we're going to build a train station next to the factory and with some parking spaces in front of it also. Then next to the factory, build even more roads, which actually will be a little harbor looking area, so the cars produced can also easily leave the city by ship. And also we need to connect the highway, the normal road and the railroads. So that's what we're doing here quickly, also not showing all the details. And now everything is connected. We can also unpause the game so the water can fill the harbor over here. And I'm just going to spawn some buildings over there, some industrial buildings. Placed down quite a lot already, so we're just going to dedicate a zone to this area. So we can also see how many jobs this area created. But next to it is there's still a big empty area, so my plan is to just make a big suburban area over here with a lot of water features also. Starting with building a little river through the area first, or what is it? Yeah, looks like a river. And a little island also in the middle. Once that was all filled up with water, it started like this. Place down some roads, more roads, some smaller roads, a bridge. Zoned all the residential houses. And then it ended up looking like this, but we still need to fill it up a lot more. So what I'm going to do is place a lot more trees in this area. Some boulders next to the, what is it, waterfront. And fill that also up with trees. Then we still have this large blank area here on the left. And I'm going to make a golf course over here. I already made a golf course in 2 other videos, so I'm not going to show that again another time. It's basically just the same thing, and I don't want to annoy you with always showing the same thing on this channel. So this is what it ended up looking like. To me, I think a nice transition into the factory area, and also make sure that the residential area is not too close to the factory area. I'm going to name all the zones. This, I don't know, I just said low water. Now, but if anyone has a better name, please let me know in the comments. I will change it. This will be RK Motors, and then the golf course is sponsored by the vehicle factory, so we're going to name it RK Golf Course. but the area is still a little empty. I think I'll place some more offices because we have some demand for jobs. There's a lot of unemployment in the city. So we're just going to build a lot of companies, and I'm also going to make a little time lapse of this because it took me 1.5 hours to create all these little details. And with all these commercial zones and offices placed, I'm pretty happy with the result. Made some little details off screen also, but not a lot. This is what we ended up with. It's quite a big contrast to the big skyscrapers in the capital city, but slowly we need to make a little transition where the city can end, if you can say it like that. In the next episode, I will focus a bit more. Maybe I'm not even going to make an extra episode about it. I will just make a little residential zone here above, around the lake also. Still need to have some inspiration what I'm actually going to build here. So if you have something cool in mind, please let me know in the comments, and I'll consider it. I hope you liked this video. If so, please subscribe and like the video. But for now, enjoy the cinematics. See you at the next one.